Good evening, all. Yes, please respond. Am I audible? Yeah, very good evening. Fine. I hope class is going good. Let us start. Yeah, fine. Okay. Almost all basics of matrices are over, right? Now we are going to enter into the second part of our matrices, right? What we are going to do? We are going to learn something new, right? I already, since we have been talked about matrix multiplication, matrix addition, matrix subtraction, but matrix division, right? அந்த டேர்மை பற்றி நம்ம பேசவே இல்லை. அண்ட் ஐ வாஸ் ஜஸ்ட் ஆஸ்கிங் யூ ஆல், ரைட்? மேட்ரிக்ஸ் டிவிஷன் அப்படிங்கிற மாதிரி ஒரு கான்செப்ட் நீங்கள் எங்கேயாச்சும் படிச்சிருக்கீங்களா அப்படின்ட்டு, ரைட்? ஓகே. நவ் ஐ வுட் லைக் டு டூ ஒன் ஸ்மால் திங். யூ ப்ளீஸ் சர்ச் anywhere that you want. You can try it in what I can say, any social medias that you want, right? Should try to figure out what do we mean by matrix division. Is it possible? அவ்வளோதான். மேட்ரிக்ஸ் டிவிஷன்னா என்ன, அது உண்மையிலே நம்ம பண்ணிட்டு இருக்கோமா அப்படிங்கிறதுக்கு மட்டும் நீங்கள் ஆன்சர் ஃபைன் பண்ணுங்க. வென் யூ ஆர் ட்ரைங் டு ஃபிகர் அவுட் தி ஆன்சர் ஃபார் தட் கொஷின், ஆட்டோமேட்டிக்லி யூ வில் கம் டு நோ இன் விச் பார்ட் வி ஹவ் டன் அவர், தட் இஸ் வி ஆர் கோயிங் டு டூ அவர் மேட்ரிக்ஸ் டிவிஷன், ரைட்? ஐம் நாட் கோயிங் டு கிவ் தட் இன்ஃபர்மேஷன்ஸ். நான் பர்ஃபார்ம் பண்ணும்போது இதுதான் நான் மேட்ரிக்ஸ் டிவிஷன் சொல்லலாம், நான் எதுவும் பண்ண மாட்டேன், ரைட்? இதுதான் மேட்ரிக்ஸ் டிவிஷன் அப்படிங்கிறத ஐடென்டிஃபை பண்ண வேண்டியது, தட் இஸ் யுவர் டாஸ்க். யூ ப்ளீஸ் ஜஸ்ட் சர்ச் இட், ரைட், சம்வேர் தட் யூ வாண்ட், ரைட்? இட் மைட் பி கூகுள் ஆர் யூடியூப், whichever, that is you can refer books, right? You just find out the answer. Fine. Okay, let's okay, fine. If you have any issues, you please text in the comment section, right? Let's continue. Next, what we are going to do, the second part, I said we are going to do one more biggest operation now, that is simply called what I can say, inverse of the matrix, right? Yeah, matrix inversion we are going to do, right? And after that we are going to learn few more properties, and immediately we are going to enter into the rank of matrix. Fine, we will see what is the purpose of finding the rank of matrix, and we will also see what is the purpose of doing inverse matrix, right? We will see that applications at all one by one, right? Fine. Okay. இன்வெர்ஸ் மேட்ரிக்ஸ் அப்படின்னா என்னங்க? வெரி சிம்பிளி, இன்வெர்ஸ் மேட்ரிக்ஸ் அப்படிங்கிறத ப்ராக்டிக்கல் அப்ளிகேஷனில் வச்சு பார்க்கணும் அப்படின்னா யூ கேன் ஜஸ்ட் விஷுவலைஸ் லைக் திஸ். வாட் டு யூ மீன் பை இன்வெர்ஸ்? Inverse in the sense, just we have to fold something, right? For an example, I am traveling from this position to this position. I am just pushing some object. It is going from here to here slowly. This is forward path, right? Then I would like to go back to the initial position. That is called a return path or inverse. It's over, right? In matrix, that is called a inverse process. It means when you are trying to push some object, right? ஒரு particular object எடுத்துக்கிட்டு நீங்கள் ஒரு பாயிண்ட்லேருந்து இன்னொரு பாயிண்ட்டுக்கு கொண்டு போயிட்டீங்க. Now we have to what? அந்த ஆப்ஜெக்ட் வந்து திரும்ப நீங்கள் பின்னாடி கொண்டு வரணும். I told you, na, that is one of the application of what? Determinant, right? Already we saw the basic procedure to find out the determinant at all. It's completely over, right? Fine. So let us start the inverse operation, right? So let us go ahead. Okay, in order to do inverse, before that we have to learn some basics, right? So let me teach you that basics, and then we will see how to find out the inverse of the matrix, right? So slowly we will learn all these things one by one, right? So let us start. Okay, to find out the inverse of the matrix, we have to find something that is very important, right? Some basics should be required for that, right? So let me teach you. First thing, ஒரு matrix ஓட inverse find பண்ணோம் அப்படின்னா you need to learn some basics, like what do you mean by minor of the matrix, and then what do you mean by cofactor of the matrix, and then what do we mean by adjoint of the matrix, and then with the help of these three peoples, how we are going to find out the inverse of the matrix. See, first of all, ஒரு மேட்ரிக்ஸோட இன்வெர்ஸ் வந்து நம்ம ஃபைண்ட் பண்ணோம் அப்படின்னா we need two people. One is adjoint of the matrix and another one is determinant of the matrix. Okay, fine, we will see, right? அதாவது இப்போ நம்ம என்ன பண்ண போறோம் அப்படின்னா we are going to learn some technique or some tools. We are going to use some tools in order to getting back to the initial point, right? From the what? from the present state, right? இப்போ நம்ம எங்க இருக்கோமோ அந்த ஸ்டேட்ல இருந்து இதுக்கு முன்னாடி நம்ம எங்க இருந்தோமோ அந்த ஸ்டேட்டுக்கு நம்ம போக போறோம், right? That is simply called a inverse process, right? That is inverse process, right? So அப்ப நம்ம inverse கொண்டு போனோம் அப்படின்னா in matrix we are learning some tricks. We are going to use some tools in order to getting back to the initial position, original state, in order to recover the original state, right? Okay, let us see first of all what do we mean by minor of the matrix, right? Minor means subsquare determinants, right? So that is simply called minor of the matrix, right? So let me simply teach you. For an example, I am having a 3 cross 3 matrix, right? So let us take some general example, right? Okay, let me raise the size. Let me increase the size of the letters, right? Still it is not visible. Please let me know in the comment section, right? Yeah, fine. So let us start the operation. For an example, I'm having some variables 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I'm having some 3 cross 3 square matrix. Okay, now I would like to do, right, that is I would like to find out the minor of these elements, right? So let me introduce the first term. We are going to learn the meaning of minor. Minor means determinant of subsquare matrices, right? So let us see how to find out the minor, right? So for an example, listen guys, how we are identifying these things. The thing is, there is a square matrix. In that square matrix we are having 3 rows and 3 columns. Yes or no? Right? 3 rows under 3 columns. We can say there are 3 floors. In each and every floor we are carrying what? That is we had been, right? We had been builded 3 rooms. That is called 3 cross 3 matrix. Let's start our operation here. First of all, minor in the sense, for an example, I am selecting, இப்போ நம்ம இதுக்கு name எப்படி வைப்போம்? We are in the first floor in first room. This is, we are in the first floor but second room. Still I am in first floor only, but we are entering into the third room. We know how to write down these things at all, right? How to write these things. Similarly, we are in the second floor, first room, we can write. Under second floor, second room, we can enter. Similarly, second floor, third room. We can continue this operation. Similarly, when we are entering into the third floor, first room, similarly, we can write third floor, second room, third floor, third room. This is how we are forming the matrix, right? We know that is one of the application, building the buildings at all, right? Yeah, let's continue the operation. From here, I would like to know the minor of A11. For an example, when we are trying to find out the minor of A11, let us see how to find out the minor. It's very simple guys, listen. You will have to eliminate the correspondent column and the correspondent row. இப்போ நான் என்ன பண்ணியிருக்கேன் அப்படின்னா A11 நம்ம செலக்ட் பண்ணியிருக்கோம். Its correspondent column and row will be neglected. There you can find a subsquare matrix that is going to be the minor of your selected variable. It's over, right? So let us see. Minor of A11 can be simply written as 5, 6, 8, 9, and you can simply find out the determinant for this one. This is going to be the minor of your selected matrix. Fine. For an example, let us continue, right? Suppose if you want to find out the minor of A12, minor of A12 in the sense, once again, where is A12? This is A12. Its correspondent column and correspondent row will be neglected. Once again, you can find a subsquare matrix. Let me simply write 4, 7, 6, 9, 4, 7, 6, 9, and just find out the determinant of this person. Let's continue the operation. Now, similarly, you can find the minor of any variables. For an example, I would like to know the minor of A21. Where is A21? Let's see. Where is A21? This is A21, right? Its correspondent row and column will be neglected. Its correspondent row and its correspondent column will be neglected. Once again, you can find a subsquare matrix that is 2, 3, 8, 9. So we can say that is 2, 3, 8, 9. You please simply find out the determinant for this matrix such that you can easily find out the minor. Like that, you can also find, let me figure out the minor of A32, right? So let us try and find the value of minor of A32. Slowly observe, right? So minor of A32, right? Yeah, let us see how to find out the minor of A32, right? So minor in the sense, once again, this is A32 now. Its correspondent column and its correspondent row will be neglected, this one, such that you can find a subsquare. Guys, listen, let me draw that line here. Yeah, such that you can find a subsquare matrix 1, 4, 3, 6 and just to find out the determinant for that 1, 4, 3, 6. Yeah, that is simply called minor. Okay, let me introduce the second person. Just to observe, we are learning some tools, that's all. We are learning some tools, right? Yeah, slowly, let us increase the complexity. Now, we are going to find out the cofactor. let us keep the heading. This is how we are finding the minor of a given matrix. Okay, let us find out the cofactor, right? So let's try and figure out the cofactor of the matrix. Let's see. Slowly I will teach you, don't worry, right? Slowly I will teach you, right? So this is how we are finding minor of the matrix. Now, once again, let me teach you from the beginning, right? Suppose if you want to find out the cofactor of the matrix, then same procedure. First step, we have to find out the minor of the matrix. Second step, you have to identify in front of that minor whether we are going to keep positive sign or negative sign. That is simply called cofactor of your selected variable. If you are only finding the determinant of the subsquare matrix of your selected variable, then that is simply called minor. If you are also figuring out the sign of that selected determinant, right, and the determinant க்கு முன்னாடி plus வருமா இல்ல minus வருமா அப்படிங்கறத find பண்ணீங்கன்னா, that is simply called cofactor, right? So let's continue our operation. I hope class is going good. If you have any issues, please you can text me in the comment section. There is no issues, right? So let's continue the journey, right? So immediately let us see how to perform the operation to find out the cofactor of the matrix. Let us see how to find out the cofactor of the matrix. Right, so that's quite interesting actually. Let us see. While finding the cofactor, let me write down the relation like this, right? So let us write cofactor in the sense you will have to find out. In general, we are writing the variables like this. Wait a minute, let me write. It is in terms of -1. -1 in the power, we are going to consider I plus j. With you are supposed to consider the what I can say correspondent subsquare matrix, right? So that is a subsquare matrix of your selected variable. Right, I hope you are getting me. Yeah, let's continue. Let us continue. Right, the thing is, for an example, if you want to find out the cofactor of A11, let us see cofactor of A11. How to find the cofactor of A11? It's quite interesting. Once again, it's very simple. Let's see. First, what is the minor of A11? Minor of A11 in the sense its correspondent column and row will be neglected. There you can find a subsquare matrix, that is 5 6 8 9 5 6 8 9. There you can find a subsquare matrix that is called 5 6 8 9, right? Now you please find out the determinant for that one first place. That is how we are finding the minor of the selected variable, and then place -1 whole power I plus j, -1 whole power I plus j. This is first term. I denotes the row and j denotes the column, right? So here A11 in the sense I equal to 1 as well as j also 1. See that it's very simple. Listen, in that minor க்கு முன்னாடி பாசிட்டிவ் வரணுமா இல்ல நெகட்டிவ் வரணுமா அப்படிங்கறத once again இந்த அடிஷன் தான் சூஸ் பண்ணும். For an example, 1 plus 1 நீங்க ரெண்டுத்தையும் ஆட் பண்ணும்போது ஈவன் நம்பர் வந்துச்சு அப்படினா here you are see there இங்க ஸ்கொயர் வந்துரும். -1 whole power I plus j, both are 1 1, you are getting even number, so -1 whole square will become +1, right? Yeah, same procedure already we saw when we were trying to find out the determinant of the matrix. Yes or no? Yeah, yes, we saw this procedure, right? Yeah, we can simply place it, right? So the conclusion is this position இங்க மைனஸ் வரணுமா இல்ல பிளஸ் வரணுமா அப்படிங்கறது எந்த கோஃபேக்டர் நீங்க ஃபைண்ட் பண்றீங்களோ அது யாரோட கோஃபேக்டர். இஃப் யூ ஆர் செலக்டிங் A11 is going to be your நீங்க செலக்ட் பண்ற வேரியபிள் A11 ஓட கோஃபேக்டர் நீங்க ஃபைண்ட் பண்றீங்க அப்படினா A11 it is in even position 1 plus 1. Suppose if you are trying to find out the A12, it is in odd position. அப்ப நீங்க செலக்ட் பண்ற டிட்டர்மினன்ட்க்கு -1 வரும். Again 1 plus 3 even position +1. Again 2 plus 1 odd -1. Again 2 plus 2 4 even +1. Again -1. Again +1. Again -1. Again +1. Its position is quite interesting and we can simply place it, no problem. That is simply no issues. That is simply called cofactor of your variables, right? So let us try and figure out few more variables for your understanding. Yeah. Let's see. Let me teach you few more things. Okay. Slowly observe. For an example, if you are trying to find out the cofactor, right? If you are trying to find out the cofactor of A21, right? So cofactor of A21. I would like to know the cofactor of A21. Let's see. Cofactor of A21. It just neglect its correspondent column and row such that you can find a subsquare matrix that is 2 3 8 9. And then what we need to do in front of this, we will have to choose its correspondent signature sign. What sign என்ன வரும்? Plus or minus ஆ? Let's see. நீங்க choose பண்ணது என்ன position? A21. 2 plus 1 odd number. கண்டிப்பா -1 ஆல மல்டிப்ளை ஆகும். Right? Like, let us see cofactor. How to find out the cofactor of A32? A32. Just observe the position. A32 odd position. First of all, put -1 directly. its correspondent, we know how to write, right? Its correspondent column and row will be neglected such that you can find 1 4 3 6 is going to be the subsquare matrix. We can simply find out its determinant. I hope things are very clear now, right? Now with the help of this cofactor, immediately we are trying to traverse, that is one more thing, that is simply called adjoint of the matrix. We are going to learn we are going to perform the next operation, that is simply called adjoint of the matrix. Now we know what do you mean by minor, and we also know how to perform, that is how to find out the cofactor of any variable. With this simple transformation, we are going to find out the adjoint of the matrix. Shall we? Yes, let's do it, right? So let us see how to perform the rest of things, right? So let us take this matrix, let us see how to find out the adjoint of the matrix, right? Yeah, slowly observe. Shall we take the same example? Why not? Let's go ahead with the same example. Let me teach you how to find out the adjoint of the given matrix. Yeah, it's quite interesting. Slowly observe, right? Now what we are going to do, the thing is, this is given matrix, right? If you adjoint எப்படி find பண்றதா? Very simple, right? First of all, order of the adjoint matrix, right? So see there, if in the matrix I would like to know the adjoint matrix. I would like to know the adjoint of A. Adjoint of A. In the matrix oda adjoint எனக்கு வேணும். That adjoint can be simply representation. Adjoint of A. That is the representation of the adjoint of your selected matrix. Okay, fine sir. That is the first thing. Let us see how to find out the adjoint of this given matrix, right? Slowly observe. Listen guys, now we are going to find out the adjoint. For that, what I am going to do, we have to find out the cofactor of each and every variable. ஒவ்வொரு வேரியபிளுக்கு நீங்க cofactor find பண்ணிட்டு, then you will have to perform transformation operation, that is transpose. You'll have to perform transpose operation. Step number 1, right? Find the cofactor of all variables, right? So find the cofactors. Find the cofactors of all variables. Okay. Find the cofactors of all variables in the matrix. And then we have to do transformation. Just to take the transpose to obtain the adjoint of the matrix. Let us see. You may not get clear idea with these statements. Wait a minute, right? So and then you have to take transpose. Let's see, right? It's quite interesting, and let's see. Let me teach you how to perform these things, right? Yeah. So find, the thing is, first what we are going to do, cofactor. Can you please help me to find out the cofactor of A11? A11 oda cofactor. First thing, A11, its position is what? Even position. So just to keep +1. And then its correspondent subsquare 5869. 58586 correct? Of course that is correct. Let's figure out the determinant of this matrix. Okay, so 5 times of 9, I hope it is 45, correct? Yes. 8 times of 6, I hope it is 48. So 45 minus 48 is equal to what? -3, right? So first let me place -3. Please slowly observe, right? So first find out the value of, I am just finding -3. Next what I am going to do, right? Next thing is, listen, to find out the adjoint of the matrix, actually we are having two separate procedures, right? We are going up with the method number 1. You please keep the heading here. We are going up with the what? Method number 1. Let me teach you one more method. People are calling it a shortcut, right? I don't want to call that one a shortcut because that is also similar procedure, right? You can just follow whichever the method that you want. It's your convenient only. That's all. That I can't say that is very easy method, this is very tough method. It is not like that, right? It's all about your feelings, right? Fine. Let's continue our operation. This is -3. Next step, right? Repeat. First A11, its correspondent subsquare is over, that is cofactor, find பண்ணியாச்சு, right? Let us find out the cofactor of A12, right? Find out the cofactor of A12, right? A12 oda cofactor enna varum? See there, first of all, its position is what? Its position is odd position, so definitely I have to keep -1. And its correspondent column and row will be neglected, so we are supposed to select 4 6 7 9, right? So let me select 4 6 7 9 exactly. Shall we continue? Yes, let us continue the operation. -1 into, of course it is -1, you can just keep it out, right? At last you can consider it. Let's continue. 4 times of 9, I hope it is 36. Yeah, let us see. What about 7 times of 6? I hope that is 42, right? I think I'm correct. 36 minus 42 will give you minus 6. Minus 6 into minus 1 will give you plus 6, right? So let me place. Slowly observe. We found the cofactor of A12. Then place it in its corresponding position. We got plus 6, I think, right? Yes, we got plus 6. Let's try, right? Take the next one. So the next one is A13. Its corresponding subsquare. First of all, its position is what? Even position. Directly you can put plus, right? Directly you can put plus. First you should try to understand the procedure. Then you can play with the matrix, right? Once you build the base strongly, then building the buildings, that is rooms, are not a big task for us, right? Base is very important. What we need to do, we are in the third position, that is even position. Let me find out its corresponding subsquare. 4, 5, 7, 8, right? So let us consider 4, 5, 7, 8. Okay, so I hope 4 times of 8 is what? 32. That is what my answer. 7 times of 5 is 35, I think. Yeah, that is also correct. 32 minus 35, according to my answer, that is minus 3, right? So let us place it. Here we are going to consider minus 3. Yeah, let us consider A21. Position is what? Odd position. 2 plus 1, 3, odd position. Keep minus. Its corresponding subsquare. Correspondent column and row will be neglected. You can find 2, 8, 3, 9, right? So we can find 2, 8, 3, 9. Okay, minus of, I hope twice of 9 is what? 18. Minus 3 times of 8 is 24. Exactly. So 18 minus 24 minus 6. Minus 6 into minus 1 will give you plus 6. Continue the operation. A22. Its correspondent column and row will be neglected. Once again, you can find the subsquare matrix. Once again, you can find out the subsquare matrix. Let's find out, right? So we are in what? Our position is even position. Let me place plus 1 first. Its correspondent row and column will be neglected. Once again, you can find the subsquare matrix, that is 1, 3, 7, 9. I hope I am correct, right? Let's continue the operation. Plus 1, right? How will you find out the determinant? Product of diagonal, that is 9, minus, I hope 3 times of 7 is what? It is 21. It is 21. 9 minus 21, hopefully it is 12, but that is minus 12. That's what my answer, right? Minus 12. Let's place it. Minus 12. Let's see. A23. Can you please find out its correspondent determinant? Yeah, let's see. That is cofactor, right? First of all, its position is odd. Put minus 1, right? And its correspondent column and row will be neglected. You can find 1, 7, 2, 8, right? 1, 7, 2, 8. Let's perform the operation, right? Of course, minus of 8 minus 7 times of 2 is 14. 8 minus 14, once again, I hope that is 6 only, but minus 6. Minus 6 into minus 1 will give you plus 6. Am I correct? Yeah. Let's continue the operation. Take the third row, repeat. Perform the same operation. Next, what we are going to do? Finally, we are going to take this one, right? A31, right? Its position, it's look like even position, right? So let me place plus 1. Its correspondent subsquare matrix 2, 3, 5, 6. Exactly. 2, 3, 5, 6. Can you please find out its correspondent determinant? Twice of 6 will give you 12 minus 5 times of 3 is giving you 15. 12 minus 15 will give you minus 3. Yeah, just consider minus 3. Fine. Let us consider 3, 2. Position is what? Odd position. Then consider minus. Its correspondent determinant. Just we have to neglect its correspondent column and row. You can find 1, 4, 3, 6. 1, 4, 3, 6. Can you please find its correspondent determinant? That is 6 minus 12, right? So let me write the answer. That is okay. 6 minus 12. 6 minus 12. 6 minus 12 will give you minus 6. But minus 6 into minus 1 will give you plus 6. Fine. Let's continue. Let us take 9, right? So 9, that is A33. Position is what? Even position, right? Position is even position. We are in the even position, right? So let's neglect its correspondent, what I can say, column and row. We know how to find, right? First of all, we are in even position, right? Just to place plus 1, correspondent determinant. Let's see, its correspondent column and row will be neglected. You can find a subsquare matrix, that is 1, 2, 4, 5, right? Let us consider 1, 2, 4, 5. Can you please fight, right? That is, can you please figure out its determinant? That is 5 minus 8. Yeah, of course, it is exactly equal to minus 3. Let's consider minus 3. Sir, is it your adjoint of matrix? No. our work is not completed yet. After finding the what I can say cofactors of all the variables, you are supposed to take transpose for this matrix, right? So this is going to be the cofactor. Let us see, let me call this is going to be cofactors of all matrix. Now after finding the cofactor of all matrix, you are supposed to take transpose, that is going to be the adjoint of the matrix, adjoint of A. Can you please take transformation for this? Yeah, transpose. You please do it. You please do it. Just to take transpose and to place it somewhere. Yeah, I would like to place it. Is it visible to you all? I think this portion is visible. Let me write the answer here. If I take transpose for this, it will become minus 3, 6, minus 3, and then 6 minus 12 plus 6, and then minus 3, 6 minus 3. Right? So this is going to be our answer. Right? Fine, sir. I think it is looking like a symmetric matrix, right? Because the variable that we have chosen, it is what? It is sequence 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3 order, right? Okay, fine. Let's continue. Is it symmetric or not? Oh, hope it is correct. It's symmetric only, right? Fine. Let's continue the operation. Okay, sir, adjoint is over. I told you there are two methods now. Either you can follow this method or you can, let me teach you one more method. You can also follow that method also, right? Second method you follow panikalam. And one more thing I would like to conclude. Listen, guys. இப்போ நான் என்ன பண்ணியிருந்தேன், ஒவ்வொரு எலிமெண்ட்டுக்கும் கோஃபேக்டர் ஃபைன் பண்ணிட்டு அட் லாஸ்ட் வி ஆர் டேக்கிங் டிரான்ஸ்போஸ். கரெக்ட் தானே? அப்படி பண்ணுறதுக்கு பதிலாக நீங்கள் பர்ஃபார்ம் மேட்ரிக்ஸ் ஆப்ரேஷன் அட்ஜாயின் ஃபைன் பண்ணிட்டு இருக்கும்போது டேரெக்டாக நீங்கள் என்ன பண்ணலாம் அப்படின்னா, ஃபார் எக்ஸாம்பிள் லிசன், நீங்கள் ஃபஸ்ட்டு A11 ஃபைன் பண்ணியாச்சு. A11ஓட கோஃபேக்டரை ஃபைன் பண்ணிவிட்டு இதுக்கு டிரான்ஸ்போஸ் எடுத்திங்கன்னா இது இங்கே தான் வரும். அப்போ அங்கே எழுதிக்கலாம். அடுத்து பாருங்கள், A12ஓட கோஃபேக்டர் ஃபைன் பண்ணிவிட்டு இதை நம்ம டிரான்ஸ்போஸ் எடுத்தோம் அப்படின்னா A12ஓட டிரான்ஸ்போஸ் A21 மாறிடும். இது A12, இட்ஸ் டிரான்ஸ்போஸ் பிகம் A21. அப்போ இதுக்கான கோஃபேக்டர் நீங்கள் இங்கே எழுதணும். see there, டிரான்ஸ்போஸ் தானே நீங்கள் எடுக்க போறீங்க. டிரான்ஸ்போஸ் அப்படின்னா நீங்கள் ஃபைன் பண்ணுற வேரியபிள் A12க்கான கோஃபேக்டர் அதை எடுத்துட்டு வந்து A21ல பிளேஸ் பண்ணணும். சிமிலர்லி A13க்கு நீங்கள் கோஃபேக்டர் ஃபைன் பண்ணுறீங்க அப்படின்னா டிரான்ஸ்போஸ் என்னது? A31. எங்கே இருக்கு A31? இட் இஸ் ஹியர். Similarly, A22 transpose A22. See, 22 ஓட transpose again 22 தானங்க. Whereas 23 க்கு நீங்க transpose எடுத்தீங்கன்னா 32 ஆ கன்வர்ட் ஆயிடும். 23 become 32 while taking transpose. Rows are become columns, columns are become rows only னா. அப்ப 23 க்கு transpose எடுத்தா 32 வந்துரும். அப்ப டைரக்டா அது இங்க வந்துரும். 3 transpose again same. So the conclusion is what? Directா நீங்க அப்படியே ஒரு கோஃபேக்டரை ஃபைண்ட் பண்ணும்போது அதுக்கு டிரான்ஸ்போஸ் எடுத்து அப்படியே எழுதலாம்னு சொல்ல வர. Unnecessarily you don't want to waste your time in your examination. That's very important. Fine. This is one procedure. Let me teach you the second method, right? So let us see the second method. Method number 2. Right? So in method number 2, actually what is the given matrix? Sir, the given matrix is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Just rewrite the matrix. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Exactly, that is true, right? So let me name this one as column 1, column 2, column 3. There are 3 columns. இப்போ நீங்க என்ன பண்றீங்கன்னா first 2 columns again rewrite பண்றீங்க. Once again, first column will become 1, 4, 7. Again, second column will become 2, 5, 8. Complete பண்ணதுக்கு அப்புறம் என்ன பண்றீங்கன்னா after that, right, second operation, this is row R1, R2, R3. First row அப்படியே repeat பண்ணுங்க. Once again, first row become 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Second row again repeat பண்ணுங்க. 4, 5, 6, 4, 5. Getting me? First step, you will have to repeat the columns. Step number 1. Step number 2, you have to repeat the rows. First step column, second step rows. Find பண்ணி முடிச்சதுக்கு அப்புறம் step number 3, right? So step number 3, neglect the first row and first column completely from the matrix. Full neglect பண்ணிடுங்க. Neglect பண்ணிட்டா, let us see. After neglecting all these things, what we are going to do? Now you just find out. Listen guys, first to take this first 4 variables, find out the determinant of these 4 variables. Find out the determinant. What we are going to get? 5, 6, 8, 9. That is what we are having. You please find out the determinant for this one. If you find out the determinant, this is going to be 5 times of 9, that is going to be 45 once again, minus, right, 6 times of 8, that is going to be 48, such that 45 minus 48 will going to give you minus 3. Yes or no? Yes. For minus 3. Let me write the matrix somewhere here. I hope this portion is visible to you all. Yeah, that is visible. Let me write. So first we got minus 3. Right? Class is going good? Yeah. So this is going to be minus 3. Let us perform. Repeat. Repeat. Guys, listen. Repeat. Repeat. Again, take this second operation. Actually, I am performing this operation with what I can say columns. நீங்கள் காலம்ஸில் ஆப்ரேஷன் பண்ணுறீங்க அப்படின்னா உங்களோட ரிசல்டன்ட் ஆன்சர் ரோஸில் எழுதணும். நீங்கள் ரோஸில் ஆப்ரேஷன் பண்ணும்போது ரிசல்டன்ட்ல வர ஆன்சரை காலம்ஸில் எழுதிக்கலாம். Getting me? Listen. Either you can go with rows or columns. It is your wish. If you are finding the determinant with the columns, this is columns only. Now this is columns. They are called columns. If you are performing the operation with the columns, then நீங்கள் ஆன்சர் எங்கே எழுதணும் அப்படின்னா ரோஸில் எழுதணும். ஜஸ்ட் ஆப்போசிட், பிகாஸ் வி ஹாவ் டு டேக் டிரான்ஸ்போஸ். இங்கே என்ன பார்த்தோமோ அதே தான் இல்லையா? ஃபர்ஸ்ட் நீங்கள் எல்லாத்தையும் முடிச்சுட்டு அதுக்கப்புறம் டிரான்ஸ்போஸ் எடுக்கணும். எனிவே மை சின்சியர் சஜஷன், ஜஸ்ட் டேரெக்டாக எழுதும் போதே ஃபர்ஸ்ட் வேரியபிள் ஃபைன் பண்ணிட்டீங்களா? எஸ், அதை அப்படியே இங்கே பிளேஸ் பண்ணிக்கோங்க. செகண்ட் வேரியபிள் இங்கே காலமில் ஃபைன் பண்ணுறீங்க, அதை எடுத்துகிட்டு போய்ட்டு ரோவில் பிளேஸ் பண்ணிக்கோங்க. லெட் மீ டீச் யூ. டேக் தி செகண்ட் 4 வேரியபிள்ஸ். வாட் வி காட்? 8, 9, 2, 3. Can you please find out its determinant? 8 into 3. Once again, that is going to be 24. Exactly, that is minus. Yeah, that is twice of 8 is what? That is 2 times of 9 is 18. 24 minus 18 will give you 6. Of course, I am correct, right? But what I had been told you, நம்ம எங்க தான் ஃபைண்ட் பண்ணிருக்கோம், அது எங்க எழுதணும்? I told you, please write it in the row. Continue the operation. Take the third, right? Repeat the same thing with these two guys, right? So let us write the answer directly, right? So இப்போ இதுக்கு அப்புறம் இது எழுத வேண்டியது இல்லை, நான் அப்படியே எழுத போறேன். Please listen, right? Fine. Next, what we are going to get? Twice of 6 will give you 12. Minus 5 times of 3 will give you 15. I think 12 minus 15 is minus 3. I am correct. But we are performing operation with the columns, so I will have to register this value in the row. Again, let us proceed with this is operation with the first and second columns. Let us do the same operation with the second and third column. Second and third. First 1, 2, and then 2, 3, and then 3, 4. It's over. Let us perform 6 times of 7 minus 4 times of 9. That is the next operation, right? 6 times of 7, hopefully that is 42. Am I correct? Yeah, I am correct only, right? Next, 9 times of 4, that is 36. Of course, 42 minus 36 will give you 6. Am I correct? Yeah, you just please write it in this same portion. Next, right? Yeah, let us continue. Guys, listen. இப்போ நம்ம என்ன பண்ணிட்டு இருக்கோம்? Row operation, sorry, second column. இங்க தான ஃபைண்ட் பண்ணிருக்கீங்க, இத எடுத்து வந்து எங்க எழுதணும்? இங்க எழுதணும். Just opposite, right? And then second column, right? So let us perform. Again, you'll have to repeat the operation with this one, right? But the thing is, listen. First column ஓட ஆன்சருக்கு first row எழுதியாச்சு. Second column ஓட ஆபரேஷன் second row எழுதணும். Third column ஓட ஆபரேஷன் third row எழுதணும். That is, you'll have to just write it in the opposite way. That is what I am telling, right? So next, 9 into 1 will become 9 exactly, minus 3 times of 7 will become 21. Of course, it is minus 12 only. Yeah, just place it here. Next, 3 times of 4 is 12, minus 6 times of 1 is 6. So 12 minus 6 is what? 6 only. But we are performing second column, right? So we'll have to place it here, plus 6. Let's continue. Third thing, right? Can you please repeat the same thing with these two? Let us see. 4 times of 8, 32, right? So that is 32. Minus 7 times of 5 is 35. So that is minus 3, na? Yeah, let me write it here. Right? So I have done this with this two. Right? I have done the operation with these two. Let us perform the operation with these two. 7 times of 2 is 14. Minus 8. Of course, that is plus 6 only. Just place it here. Last. 5 minus 8. 5 minus 8, that is equal to minus 3. Can you please tell me, is there any changes in between these two matrices? No. What is this? Adjoint. So, either you can go with this method or you can just follow with the previous method that we saw. Right? It's only up to you. Of course, both are same procedure only. Right? The similarities, if you find, both are same only, but construction wise it will be different. That's all. Right? People are calling it a shortcut method. I don't want to call it a shortcut method. It's your convenience. That's all, right? நம்ம ஃபர்ஸ்ட் மெத்தட்லயே நீங்க நல்லா பிராக்டிஸ் பண்ணினாலும் ஃபாஸ்டா போட முடியும், right? You can இந்த மாதிரி see, I would like to conclude one more thing. I don't want to do this method, right? I don't want to use this method while solving the problems at all, because நீங்க பிராக்டிஸ் பண்ணதுக்கு அப்புறம் ஃபர்ஸ்ட் மெத்தட்ல நீங்க क्वेश्चन பார்த்தோனே ஆன்சர் எழுதிடலாம். மைண்ட் ப்ளே பண்ணும், அது ஆட்டோமேட்டிக்காக ப்ளே பண்ணும், ரைட்? அப்படியே அதை எலிமினேட் பண்ணுவீங்க, இது ரெண்டுத்தையும் மல்டிபிள் பண்ணுவீங்க, முன்னாடி +1 அதில் மல்டிபிள் பண்ணிட்டு அது அப்படியே அது பொசிஷனில் போட்டுருவீங்க, ரைட்? ஆட்டோமேட்டிக்லி யுவர் மைண்ட் வில் ப்ளே தேர், ரைட்? ஸோ தெர் இஸ் நோ பாயிண்ட் ஆஃப் ரைட்டிங் திஸ் திங்ஸ் ஆன் தி போர்ட் அண்ட் தென் பிளா பிளா. I don't want to call it a shortcut method, right? Yeah, that's what I've been told you. It's your convenience. It is not necessary, and that you have to perform this one, and this is the easiest method. That is wrong, right? From my intention, right? Fine. That's all. This is all about adjoint of the matrix. Now, where are we now? Almost we are in the edge of the operation. Immediately we are going to perform a beautiful operation that is called inverse of the matrix, right? Its application is very vast. I told you already. Because inverse அப்படிங்கிறது என்னன்னா, for an example, if you are traveling from Earth to Mars, your journey is from Earth to Mars. The question is whether will you be come back? Can you be come back from Mars to Earth? It may take, our journey may take more than 6 months to reach Mars from Earth. The question mark is, after reaching the Mars, right, some people are going to perform some operations there. After doing some research at all, they have to come back. Because this is our nativity, we have to live here, right? So appa thirumbi vara mudiyuma mudiyada, that is called inverse process. Is it possible or not? Is there any way that's simply called inverse? And the inverse find பண்றதுக்காக we are using some mathematical tool, and its application is very vast. Wherever you are going, that is எங்கெங்கெல்லாம் நீங்கள் வந்து ஒரு வெக்டர், ஒரு ஸ்பேஸில் வந்து ஒரு பாயிண்ட்டை வந்து இனிஷியல் பொசிஷன்லேருந்து அது ஆல்ரெடி எங்கேயோ மூவ் ஆயிருக்கு, திரும்பவும் அதோட ஒரிஜினல் பொசிஷனுக்கு உங்களால் கொண்டு வர முடியுமா? முடியாது. அதுக்கான பாசிபிலிட்டி இருக்கா இல்லையா? யூ கேன் சிம்பிளி டூ இட் வித் தி ஹெல்ப் ஆஃப் மேட்ரிக்ஸ், right? Just to learn some basics of applications, that's enough, right? But anyway, my sincere suggestion, in your examination point of view, you have to learn this mathematical tool and how to apply. That's very important, right? Once you are getting grip with these concepts, automatically that applications will fall in place, right? Trust me. Fine. Let us see how to find out the inverse of the matrix, right? The next operation that we are going to perform, it's quite interesting operation. Almost we have done. இன்வெர்ஸில் எதுவும் பெருசாக கிடையாது. இப்போ நம்ம பண்ணதில் இன்னொரு அடிஷ்னலாக ஒரு ஸ்டெப்பை ஆட் பண்ண போகிறோம், ரைட்? எஸ். ஃபர்ஸ்ட் வாட் we saw how to find out the minus of the matrix, right? And then we saw how to find out the cofactor. Yeah. And then we saw how to find out the adjoint. Of course, while finding the adjoint, there are two methods, right? Either you can follow method number 1 or you can follow method number 2. It's only your convenience, right? Fine. What we are going to do now? Finally, we are going to discuss about the most important person is called inverse of matrix. Inverse of matrix, right? Yeah. Quite interesting application. I said it's very vast. Its application is very vast, right? Anyway, let's see. Let me write down the generalized formula for this inverse of the matrix, right? Inverse of the matrix can be simply written as A inverse. I told you directly to find out the inverse of a matrix. For an example, listen guys, I am having a matrix 1 upon A. Can I call this one as A power minus 1? What is the difference between these two? No, just I had been transformed this position. Instead of keeping this matrix in the denominator, I would like to keep it in the numerator. That's what I have done, right? You can also consider like this. You can also consider some unit matrix here, and you can just pass this matrix to the numerator, right? Then what we are going to do, the thing is what? A inverse into I become what? Only A only. That is again it will become A only, right? So A inverse only. Anyway, I would like to conclude 1 by A can be written as A inverse. Hopefully there will be some spark in your mind, right? But the problem is we are in matrix. We cannot say like this. Listen guys, sir, if I have 1 by 2, directly I can say 2 power minus 1. Right? You cannot tell like that. A big matrix is lies in the denominator. You can just you cannot pass it to the numerator and you cannot say that is the inverse. Okay, fine. நீங்க அந்த numerator கொண்டு வந்தீங்க, அதுக்கு இன்வெர்ஸ்லாம் போட்டுட்டீங்க. அந்த இன்வெர்ஸ்க்குள்ள என்னென்ன மாதிரியான elementary transformation நடக்கும்? What kind of things will going to happen? That information will be clearly brought out by the simple technique, simple formula. That simple formula, it simply stands out, right? That is called 1 upon determinant of A into adjoint of the matrix. Right? Yesterday we saw the beautiful operations of the determinant. Today only we learned the beautiful operation of adjoint. Now just by clubbing them together, that cluster operation will going to give you the inverse of the matrix, right? So that is quite interesting formula, right? You know, it's a beautiful mathematical tool. Because what we are doing, a big matrix, while taking inverse, how your elementaries, that is your elements inside, how your informations are getting changed from one point to another point. What kind of things will going to happen while reversing the flight, while reversing the rocket, while reversing your vehicle, which are the things that you are doing, right? If I take immediate action, if I reverse, if I return my point, what will happen, right? When I am folding some information, what will happen? That information will be simply brought out by this simple mathematical tool. It's quite interesting, right? Yeah, let's continue. But we know we are not going to do any new operation. Now you know how to find out the adjoint of A, na? And you also know how to find out the determinant of A, na? Then what is the purpose of, there are no new things, right? So let's continue. Anyway, let us take some examples, right? And let's continue the operation. So A inverse equal to 1 upon determinant of A into adjoint of A. That is the basic simple formula that we are going to use to find out the inverse of the matrix, right? Yes sir, that is correct. Let's see, right? So let us take some example. For an example, let me select a square matrix, 2 cross 2 square matrix, right? So let us take some general matrix. Please should try to understand. A, B, C, D. A simple matrix is given as A. I would like to find out the inverse of this matrix. I would like to find out the inverse of this matrix, right? Let me teach you one small and interesting thing actually. Listen, this inverse of 2 square 2 matrix. அப்ப நீங்க என்ன பண்ணணும் சார், இதுக்கு நீங்க inverse find பண்ணனும் அப்படினா first of all you have to find out the adjoint of the matrix as well as you have to find out the determinant of the matrix. Okay, let us go ahead with the first part. Let me figure out determinant of this matrix. Determinant of this matrix will become once again product of diagonal, that is A dot D, minus product of off diagonal, that is going to be C dot B. C dot B. Yes sir, first part is over. We found the determinant of the matrix. Yeah, we found the determinant of the matrix. Second part is we have to find out the adjoint of 2 cross 2 matrix, right? So let us proceed. It's quite interesting. There are no more things, right? Very simple operation is how will you find out the adjoint? First of all, let us see. இதுக்கு நீங்க எப்படி adjoint find பண்ணுவீங்க? If you want to find out the adjoint of this matrix, simply for a 2 cross 2 matrix, listen, first we have to choose. Actually there are 4 matrices, that is 4 people, right? A, B, C, D. I have 4 people. Let us call its position is, we are in the first floor, first room, first floor, second room, second floor, first room, second floor, second room. Totally 4 people are there. Let's see. How will you find out the adjoint of this one? First, listen guys, இப்போ இந்த மேட்ரிக்ஸ்க்கு adjoint அப்படினா cofactors. First we have to find out the cofactors. That's all. There are no more things to do. இப்போ நீங்க cofactors வந்து find பண்ணீங்க அப்படினா the thing is, listen, first step we have to find out the cofactor and then we have to immediately we have to take what? Transpose, right? Let us see. Cofactor எப்படி find பண்ணுவீங்க? Its correspondent column and row will be neglected. Then this is going to be my cofactor. இதுக்கு நீங்க determinant, see there, what is the determinant of 4? In 1 cross 1 matrix, determinant, given variable is going to be a determinant. Because there are no operation to do, right? அங்க இருக்கிறதே ஒரு variable தான், அதுல என்ன determinant find பண்றது? Directly that given scalar factor, given variable is going to be a determinant. So the conclusion is we know how to find out the cofactor. First we have to select the variable, its correspondent column and row will be neglected, then you can find there is one more variable. Correct? That is the cofactor. In front of this cofactor, whether we need to keep plus or minus, that will be decided by the position. Which is the position? Even position. Position is even, then plus, put plus 1. Similarly, second position, its correspondent column and row will be neglected, then the cofactor is going to be simply C. What about minus C or plus C? Position is odd, then put minus. Listen, again we have to select the third variable, A to 1. Position is what? Odd position. Correspondent column and row will be neglected, then you are going to get what? Immediately we are going to get B. Let us perform. Next, A to 2, its correspondent column and row will be neglected, then we are going to get A. But this is not your answer. This is not your answer. Then what is your answer? I told you we have to take transpose. We have to take transpose. After finding the cofactor of all your variables, you are supposed to take transpose. If you take transpose for this matrix, then you are going to get D minus C minus B A. That is going to be your answer. You know, for your 2 cross 2 matrix, people are simply telling like that, sir 2 cross 2 matrix ku ஒரு shortcut இருக்கு. அது என்ன shortcut அப்படினா, given 2 cross 2 matrixல, right, shortcut எப்படி find பண்றதுனா, first நீங்க determinant find பண்ணிக்கணும். Adjoint க்கு வந்து என்ன shortcut சொல்லிருப்போம்? Usually we are simply calling this one as the shortcut. என்ன shortcut? The shortcut is just to interchange the position of the diagonal elements. இவங்க ரெண்டு பேரோட பொசிஷன் நீங்க interchange பண்ணனும் always. Whenever you are having, that is whenever you are getting 2 cross 2 matrix, just interchange the position of diagonal such that it is become DA and just change the sign of your off diagonal. Off diagonal இங்க plus இருந்ததுனா அது minus b ன்னு போடணும், இங்க plus இருந்ததுனா இங்க minus c ன்னு போடணும். Are you getting the same answer? Yes, we are getting the same answer, right? This is the standard procedure, right? But you can just we found some, நம்ம என்ன பண்ணிருப்போம், இத நீங்க ஃபைண்ட் பண்ணதுக்கு அப்புறம் நீங்க மேட்ரிக்ஸை பாக்குறீங்க, you are getting some smart idea. என்ன ஐடியா சார்? இங்க இருக்க மேட்ரிக்ஸ் இவங்க ரெண்டு பேரும் இன்டர்சேஞ்ச் பண்ணா அந்த மேட்ரிக்ஸோட டயகனல் வந்துருச்சு. அதே மாதிரி இதோட ஆஃப் டயகனல்ல -1 மல்டிபிள் பண்ணா அந்த ஆன்சர் வந்துருச்சு. Then why are you, what is the purpose of doing this operation? Smartly we are thinking, okay sir, fraction of second na direct apply elikram. I know the operation, I found it, and I have done the observation also. From that observation we can directly like that as like this. Idu நம்ம இப்படி எழுதுனா இந்த ஆன்சர் எனக்கு வந்துருது. Just interchange the position of diagonal, change the sign of half diagonal. This is, people are calling it a shortcut method. I don't want to call this one a shortcut method, but you can simply make a note of it, because அது என்ன எவ்வளவு பெரிய ஆபரேஷன் நம்ம பெர்ஃபார்ம் பண்ணிட்டோம், கிடையாது, ஒண்ணுமே கிடையாது, right? Within 5 seconds we will get this answer, right? Fine. So we found adjoint of A, we found determinant of A also, right? Yeah, fine. Next thing is what? Let us write down the operation A inverse matrix. Let us see. A inverse matrix is going to be, finally our answer is 1 upon determinant of A. Guys listen, we are going to observe one more beautiful observation here. Please carefully observe. 1 upon determinant of A is, we can write AD minus C into B. That is the determinant of this given matrix, with the adjoint of the matrix is going to be what I can say, D minus B minus C A. It's quite interesting, right? Now I am just asking you one small question. A inverse க்கு நம்ம என்ன ஃபார்முலா பார்த்திருக்கோம் அப்படினா 1 upon determinant of A into adjoint of A அப்படி நம்ம பார்த்திருக்கோம். சப்போஸ் நீங்க உங்ககிட்ட ஏதோ ஒரு மேட்ரிக்ஸ் கொடுத்திருக்காங்க, நீங்க என்ன பண்றீங்கன்னா அதோட டிட்டர்மினன்ட் வந்து ஃபைண்ட் பண்ணிட்டு இருக்கீங்க. When you are trying to find out the determinant of the given matrix, suppose if it will become 0, if this determinant value will become 0, can you place it here? Can you place it here? Please tell me, can you place this determinant value here? No. Why sir? 1 by 0? Infinite. The value of 1 by 0 will be infinity. If it is infinity, what kind of informations we are going to collect it from here? I told you to find out the inverse path, right? நீங்க இங்க இருந்து மார்க்ஸ்க்கு போயிட்டீங்க, திரும்பவும் ரிட்டர்ன் ஆகிறதுக்கு பாசிபிலிட்டி இருக்கா? ஃபர்ஸ்ட் ஆன் தி பேப்பர் யூ ஹவ் டு சர்ச் திஸ் திங்ஸ், யூ ஹவ் டு டூ மேத்தமெட்டிக்கல் அனாலிசிஸ் இஸ் வெரி இம்பார்ட்டன்ட், ரைட்? சார் நான் இங்கிருந்து மார்க்ஸ்க்கு போனால் ரிட்டர்ன் ஆகிறதுக்கு என்ன பாசிபிலிட்டி இருக்கா, இன்வெர்ஸ் பாத் இருக்கா இல்லையா? If you are getting infinity, it means you are unable to collect the information. அப்போ கன்க்ளூஷன் என்ன அப்படின்னா, don't go to the marks. That is the conclusion, right? So the conclusion is what? Anyway, அப்போ infinity வந்தா information உங்களால கலெக்ட் பண்ண முடியாது, right? So usually அப்போ என்ன பண்ணுவாங்கன்னா, there is one more conclusion is determinant equal to 0 means any matrix, right? ஒரு ஸ்கொயர் மேட்ரிக்ஸ்ல நீங்க determinant find பண்ணும்போது அதோட வேல்யூ 0வா இருந்தது அப்படின்னா that matrix is simply called singular matrix. Can I call this one as singular matrix? Because this is the property நம்ம already observe பண்ணிருக்கோம். Singular matrix in the sense it's a square matrix. If your determinant of a square matrix is going to be 0, then அதுக்கு நம்ம ஒரு பேர் வச்சிருக்கோம். அந்த மாதிரி ஒரு மேட்ரிக்ஸ்க்கு நம்ம சிங்குலர் மேட்ரிக்ஸ்ல நேம் வச்சிருக்கோம், ரைட்? சோ தி கன்க்ளூஷன் இஸ் தி மேட்ரிக்ஸ் தட் we are using here, நம்ம அப்ளிகேஷன்ல யூஸ் பண்ற மேட்ரிக்ஸ் வந்து எப்படி இருக்கணும் அப்படினா நான் சிங்குலர் மேட்ரிக்ஸா இருக்கணும். அதாவது நீங்க இன்வெர்ஸ் பாத் ஃபைண்ட் பண்ற மேட்ரிக்ஸ் எப்படி இருக்கணும்னா நான் சிங்குலர் மேட்ரிக்ஸா இருக்கணும். இட் மீன்ஸ் ரிட்டர்ன் பாத் will exist. I'm trying to go from what I can say earth to Mars. I would like to come back. For an example, I'm trying to go from earth to moon. I would like to come back. It is possible, we are doing, right? People are doing, right? So the conclusion is what? That is called non-singular matrix. Inverse exists, right? This the possibilities being existed. So the conclusion is the matrix that we are considering here, it is simply called a non-singular matrix, because you cannot keep determinant as 0. If your determinant will become 0 for the given matrix, then the inverse matrix, inverse of that matrix is going to be infinity. It means infinity means unrecovered point. That value is undefined. Infinity meaning undefined தான். Undefined, it is not possible. Informations cannot be recovered. Of course there might be some informations, but அது தெரியாது, என்ன இன்ஃபர்மேஷன் இருக்கு தெரியாது, கலெக்ட் பண்ண முடியாது, right? So that is what I am telling. While traveling along with this one, we are maintaining one thing, we are restricting with what? Non-singular matrix. Okay, then only you can, these things at all could be possible, you can perform anything. Okay, fine. And next thing I would like to conclude one more thing here. This is the given 2x2 matrix, right? And this is the determinant of the 2x matrix. This is the determinant of the 2x2 matrix. Suppose I would like to know the maximum value of this determinant. I would like to know the maximum value of this determinant, right? Can you please tell me what could be its maximum value? At what condition, right? உங்களுக்கு வந்து எப்போ வந்து maximum value கிடைக்கும், இந்த determinantல maximum value வந்து எப்போ கிடைக்கும், right? What will be the point, at which point we are going to get this one as maximum value, right? It could be possible when b is 0, or when c is 0, or when b, c both are going to be 0. Theoretically we are doing some observations. Sir நீங்க என்ன குழப்பறீங்க, உங்களுக்கு புரியல தானே? Yes, let me explain clearly. Yeah, so let us perform. Let me perform the operation, right? நான் உங்ககிட்ட சும்மா ஒரு எக்ஸாம்பிள் கேட்குறேன், ஜஸ்ட் அப்சர்வ் பண்ணுங்க. இப்போ நம்ம என்ன எடுத்துருக்கோம் அப்படின்னா ஏபிசிடிக்கு சம் வேல்யூஸ் எடுத்துக்கலாம், ரைட்? ஐ எம் டேக்கிங் 2, 3, 1, 4. ஐ எம் ஹேவிங் சம் வேரியபிள்ஸ் ஹியர். Can you please tell me the determinant of this matrix? Determinant, product of diagonal exactly 8 minus product of off diagonal 3. 8 minus 3 will be equal to 5. Is it good or not? Yes sir, we got some value, right? But I would like to do something. Listen, direct type நமக்கு என்ன வந்திருக்கு அப்படினா value வந்து 5 வந்திருக்கு. Now my question is, in the matrix la maximum value determinant வந்து maximum ஆகணும் அப்படினா என்ன பண்ணலாம்? Maximum possibility என்ன அப்படினா, for example, listen, இப்போ நம்ம இதுதான ABCD ன்னு பேர் வச்சிருக்கோம். I think ABCD, yeah, I'm correct, ABCD. For example, I'm just putting B is equal to 0. B means instead of having 3, I'm having 0 now. I'm having 0 now. That is this position. If we have 0 here, then what we are going to get? 2, 0, 1, 4. That is a new matrix. இதே மேட்ரிக்ஸ் தான். இதுல ஆஃப் டயகனல்ல ஒரு எலிமெண்ட் நான் 0 ஆக்கியிருக்கேன். Can you please tell me the determinant now? Determinant. It is going to be 2 cross 4, 8 minus 1 into 0, 0, such that you are going to get. Now your determinant is going to be 8. When B equal to 0, I am getting 8. What about this is C na? Suppose C oda value 1 illama 0 varna. Again, the new matrix we are going to face now 2, 3, 0, 4. Once again, what we are going to get? 2 cross 4 become 8. Minus 0 into 3 become once again 0 only. Once again, we are getting what? 8. Suppose if both B and C are 0, if both B and C are 0, like both off diagonal elements are 0, B and C are 0, again, once again, we are going to get maximum value only. So what I would like to conclude here, in this given 2 cross 2 matrix, right, if you want to achieve the maximum determinant value, that could be possible when your off diagonal elements, right, either one of the off diagonal element might be 0, or any one of the off diagonal element might be 0, or both of them has to be, that is maybe 0, right? ரெண்டு கண்டிஷன்ல எந்த கண்டிஷன் satisfy ஆனாலும் you are getting what? Maximum determinant. நீங்க ரிமைனிங் எந்த கண்டிஷனும் செக் பண்ணி பார்த்துக்கோங்க. ஃபார் எக்ஸாம்பிள் நீங்க ஆப்போசிட்ல யோசிக்கலாம். சார் சப்போஸ் எனக்கு இங்க வந்து வேல்யூஸ் நான் வச்சுக்கிறேன் சார், இங்க வந்து நான் 0 ஆக்கி பார்க்குறேன். அப்படி போட்டிங்கன்னா you are not getting that exact value. Just I'm basic observation, right? Basic observation, we are doing these things, right? Just understand it. There are no more things, right? Some observations that you are doing, because in your examination they will test your smartness. They will test your smartness, right? And given variables, what? It will be positive variables, right? They will give you, right? A, B, C, D are positive variable. They will give you like this. A, B, C, D are positive, right? In my case, I took positive variables. You please think, negative edutha enna agum? Adu ungaloda task. Understand. I'm giving some basics, right? Negative vanda conditions vera edachu varuma. Learn it. Because இங்க டைரக்டா இதெல்லாம் क्वेश्चन வராது. I will tell you while solving some problems, I will teach you question எப்படி எடுத்துர்க்காங்க அப்படிங்கறத நான் காட்றேன். Then you will come to know, right? Then you will come to know that smartness. Question எப்படி ஃபேஸ் பண்ணி எடுத்துர்க்காங்க அப்படிங்கறது உங்களுக்கு அப்ப தெரியும், right? Yeah. I hope things are very clear now, right? So this is how we are finding the A inverse of what I can say 2 cross 2 matrix. Let us consider some 3 cross 3 matrix. Let us perform the same operation. I hope class is going good. If you have any issues, please let me know in the comment section, right? Okay, let me continue, right? So the next thing is, now we are going to learn how to find out the inverse of 3 cross 3 matrix, right? Let us perform. Fine. sorry. Forgive me. Fine. Let us take some 3 cross 3 matrix. Let us perform the A inverse, right? For an example, instead of taking general, let us take some variables that might be much better. 1, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 3, 2, 4. Yeah, some matrix is given. And the question is, please find out the A inverse of the matrix. The question is, we have to find out the A inverse of the matrix. Shall we proceed? Yes, let us do it. To find out the A inverse, we know, first of all, the mathematical tool that we are standardly using to find out the A inverse is 1 upon determinant of A into adjoint of the matrix, right? Adjoint of the matrix. Okay, fine. How will you find out the A inverse? Let us see, right? To find out the A inverse of this matrix, you know how to find out the determinant. See, to find out the determinant, we have many ways. Either you can go to first row, second row, third row, first column, second column, third column. It's only your wish. It's right. It's your wish, right? Okay. First, let us achieve determinant of the matrix. Let's go ahead with the first row, right? First row, what will happen? That is 1 into its correspondent 12 minus 2, that is 10, and then minus 3 into, that is 8 minus 3, that is 5, and then plus 1 into 4 minus 9, that is minus 5. I hope I'm correct. So that is going to be minus 15, minus 20, minus 10 is our answer. Determinant is over. Next, we have to find out the adjoint of the matrix. Shall we proceed? Yes. So when we are trying to figure out the adjoint of the matrix, let us see. You know how to find out the adjoint. Now we saw there are two procedures, right? So let us perform the adjoint of the matrix. Anyway, I would like to write the answer directly. Let us see how we are writing the answer. First, we have to select this variable. Let us write down. This is, we are in the first floor, first room, first floor, second room, first floor, third room, again, second floor, first room, second floor, second room, second floor, third room, again, third floor, first room, third floor, second room, third floor, third room. Correct? Yes. Right? நமக்கு அங்க ஒரு ரூம்ல ஒரு இன்ஃபர்மேஷன் இருக்கு, right? Let's see. First, we are trying to find out the what? Cofactor of A11. In the adjoint of matrix, what we are trying to do? We have to find out the cofactor of this one. See, எந்த பொசிஷன்ல இருக்கீங்க? Even position. So first we have to place +1. And then cofactor, just to neglect these two, இதோட determinant. 3 times of 4, 12. 12 minus 2, 10. So let me write down the answer directly. Let us select the second variable. Selected variable another odd position. So odd position na minus. I told you, listen. A12 ஓட cofactor find பண்ணிட்டு இதுக்கு டிரான்ஸ்போஸ் எடுங்க. A12 ஓட cofactor find பண்றீங்கன்னா அதை A21 பொசிஷன்ல நீங்க எழுதணும். அதை A21 பொசிஷன்ல எழுதணும். I told you, you have to take transpose, right? Cofactor ஓட correspondent, right? So the selected variable ஓட correspondent cofactor find பண்ணிட்டு இந்த வேரியபிளுக்கு டிரான்ஸ்போஸ் எடுத்தீங்கன்னா உங்களுக்கு என்ன கிடைக்குதோ அந்த பொசிஷன்ல போய்ட்டு உங்களோட ஆன்சர் எழுதணும். For A12 if you take transpose, you are getting A21. A21 ஓட பொசிஷன் இங்க இருக்கு. அங்க தான் உங்களோட ஆன்சர் எழுதணும்னு சொல்றேன், right? Let us see its correspondent cofactor. First of all, it is minus. Let me write minus. Its cofactor, neglect its correspondent column and row such that we are getting 2 4s are 8, 8 minus 3 5. So we are getting 5. Next, third, 1 plus 3, that is even, plus its correspondent column and row will be neglected. 4 minus 9 will give you minus 5. Minus 5 into plus will become minus 5 only. Right? Let us continue the operation. Again, second row, first variable. Let me neglect this one. Right? Position is what? Odd position. First of all, I have to keep minus. When we are going up with the listen, what I have done here, first I was going up with the first row. So I wrote the answer in the first column. Now I am going with the second row. We have to write the answer in the second column, right? Let's see. Second row, first variable. Neglect its correspondent positions such that 12 minus 2 become 10 only. Once again, we are neglecting its correspondent column and row. 3 times of 4 will be 12 minus 2 will give you 10 only, right? So, but which is plus 10 or minus 10? That is minus 10. Why? The selected position is odd position. So we are going to keep minus 10. Let's continue. Next, even position. Even position means plus. Correspondent row and column will be neglected. 1 into 4 minus 3 will give you plus 1. Next, third position. Correspondent position is what? Odd position. I have to keep minus. Correspondent column and row will be neglected. 1 into 2 minus 9 will give you minus 7. Listen guys, 2 minus 9 will give you minus 7. Already one more minus is there, so it will become plus 7. Let us continue. Next, third row, first column. We are going to neglect this one. When we are neglecting, that is the third row, first column. See, position is what? Even position. Then put plus here. Is that position is visible to you all? I think that is visible, right? I think there is some shadow, right? Yeah, we will manage. So this is going to be what? Next, let us continue. Third row, this is third row, first column, right? Its correspondent. 3 minus 3, yeah, that is going to be 0. We are getting 0. I am repeating once again. See there, when we are neglecting its correspondent row and column, we are getting, this is your subsquare matrix. Observe, 3 into 1 minus 3 into 1 is going to be 0. Let us continue. Second question, right? Its correspondent column and row will be neglected. So such that is going to be what? 1 into 1 minus 2 will give you minus 1. Of course, it is minus 1. Then what about the selected position? Odd position. That will give you one more minus. So it is going to be what? Yeah, that is exactly plus 1. Let's continue the operation. Next, that is A33. Its correspondent column and row will be neglected, but the position is even. So it will be plus only. Let's figure out the determinant. 3 minus 6 will give you what? 3 minus 6 will give you what? Minus 3, right? So 3 minus 6 will give you minus 3, right? So here we have plus only. So that is going to be the adjoint of the matrix. Directly we have that is write down the answer. Once you find determinant is known, adjoint of the matrix also known, then you can easily find out the value of A inverse. Just to place the determinant value here, adjoint value here, such that you will be easily find out the value of A inverse of the matrix. Clear? I hope I am getting close to our time. right? So we are in the margin of 9:30, right? With this, let's wind up. There are a few more observations we have to complete. That is from this inverse of the matrix, some informations are there, right? நம்ம ஏற்கனவே பார்த்த மாதிரி they are simply, we are calling it as properties, right? என்ன properties இருக்கு அப்படிங்கறத we will see in the next class, right? I hope these sessions are really helpful to every one of you, right? My one and only intention is we have to create a very strong foundation, right, for engineering. That's all, right? Especially in Tamil Nadu, right? You know, from my side, I am giving guarantee for this, right? After this 30 day, that is 30 to 40 days of sessions, you will be able to get the very clear idea, and definitely you will get the track, right? எக்ஸாம்க்கு நீங்கள் எப்படி ப்ரிப்பேர் பண்ணணும் அப்படிங்கிற ட்ராக்கு கண்டிப்பாக நீங்கள் வருவீங்க, ரைட்? பட் யுவர் திங்க் இஸ் வாட் யூ ஹாவ் டு ஃபாலோ, ரைட்? ரெகுலராக வந்து கிளாஸஸ் வந்து ஃபாலோ பண்ணுங்கள். இஃப் யூ ஹாவ் எனி டவுட்ஸ் இமீடியட்லி, ரைட், யூ கேன் அப்டேட் யுவர் டவுட்ஸ் இன் தி கமெண்ட் செக்ஷன், ரைட்? யூ கேன் ஆல்சோ அப்ரோச் மீ இன் அவர் வெப்சைட், right? So there is live chat also could be possible, right? I hope you all have noticed our website, right? That is rkelectricalgrid.com. It will also will be uploaded, that is uploaded in our description box. டிஸ்கிரிப்ஷனில் எல்லாமே கொடுத்துருப்பாங்க, ரைட்? ஸோ யூ கேன் ஃபைண்ட் தி லிங்க் ஃபார் டெலகிராம் அண்ட் வாட்ஸ்அப், யூடியூப், எவ்ரிதிங் யூ கேன் ஃபைண்ட் தேர். யூ ப்ளீஸ் யூட்டிலைஸ் ஆல் தோஸ் திங்ஸ் ஐ ஆல்ரெடி டோல்ட் யூ, ரைட்? யூ கேன் ஃபைண்ட் வாட் ஐ கேன் சே ப்ராக்டிஸ் திஸ் எக்ஸாம்பிள் கொஷின் பேப்பர், ரைட்? சாம்பிள் பேப்பர்ஸ் ஃபார் ஆல் எக்ஸாம்ஸ், ரைட்? டிஆர்பி, டிஎன்இபி, கேட், யூ கேன் ஜஸ்ட் யூட்டிலைஸ் தெம் டு ஷார்ப் யுவர் பிரைன். தட்ஸ் ஆல். தெர் ஆர் நோ மோர் திங்ஸ் தட் யூ நீட் டு டூ, ரைட்? I hope this session is very helpful to every one of you. If you have any queries or doubts, you can please upload in the comment section. Your queries will be answered in the next class, right? With this, let's wind up. Happy Pongal to every one of you. Thank you all.